All right, we're joined by Deontay Wilder. He fights Friday, June 27th, live on PPV.com. He's fighting Terrell Herndon. He wants to get back into that ring. He wants to be the bomb squad. He wants to show everyone that he's still got it. I think he still does. He's doing it for all the olds out there. I'm about to turn 38. My guy's 39. Do it for all
Yeah.
the olds out there, my guy. And I have a very fun fact for you, Deontay. This is episode 400 of Inside Boxing Live. You were on episode number 1 of this
Wow.
show.
Let's
September
go.
September 2017, you're getting ready for the Stavern rematch. So
Mm.
we've been at this a long time. You've been at it a little longer than me. Longevity is really impressive to me. How are you doing? And are you ready for this? Because I'm ready for it.
Oh man, you hyped me up, man.
Let's go.
You didn't put the cherry on top. I'm
That's
ready to
right.
go. But yeah, we ready to go, man. I'm so ready. I'm hyped up. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling good.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been a long journey for me. I think it's been a long journey for a lot of people. So I'm included as well. We all go through things. Everybody in life. If you on Earth. Shit, if you on this earth, you going through something, no matter if you're a human being or some type of creature, unknown creature we haven't identified yet. You going through something, man. You go
Yeah,
through
man.
things. But going through life, it's like a test, you know what I mean? It's a test to see what type of resilience you have or what type of toughness you have to survive the test of time in life. It's hard to see your weakness and strengths, and you test yourself. And all these things that you go through life, it's just a test. Sometimes people withstand the test of time, and sometimes they don't. They can't get it. They fail, and they lose focus, and they lose control, and they lose faith. And when you don't believe in nothing, you fall for anything. You just living you just living the way you just living to die.
What
We need
gives
to
you
be ready.
motivation now? What gives you motivation at this
My
stage in your career?
children, my children, my children life. You feel me? Just out of that breathe, this life to be able to look in this world and be like, I made it because nothing is promised. We
Yeah.
all got something that we want to do tomorrow. We already got shit planned tomorrow, right, motherfucking now.
I got something planned today.
You feel me? In a couple of hours.
That's right, man.
But we don't even know we're gonna make that though. In reality, if you logically think about this stuff, you don't know. Anything can happen.
Do you think being older, wiser, smarter, more philosophical, because you definitely are now, will help you in this stage in your career?
Oh yeah, most definitely, most definitely, most definitely, and everything you label is like a web, and it all supports the foundation of what you're trying to grow and be what we call complete, as in
Hmm.
whole. You know what I mean? And that's where it goes. I always tell people about the difference between boxing and other sports. This is not a sport.
Right.
Other sports you practice to play. In boxing, you train to kill. Understand me? It's a difference practicing to play something and training to kill. So anything somebody train for, they train to kill.
It's also a business more
It's
than a sport. Man, you've seen it all. I mean, you've had deals, big
man.
deals. You've had deals fall through. I'll tell you what. I put on Twitter. I'm interviewing Deontay Wilder today, and there was a massive response on what the fans wanted to ask you. There's still a major curiosity in your career. The number one response that I got is, will Deontay Wilder fight Anthony Joshua?
That's still the number one question.
Yes.
Damn.
Can you
Dang.
answer it?
That's crazy. I mean, I'm in it to win it, bro. I'm in it for the heavyweight division is a small division, so we can all of us can fight shit, 6, 7 times because it's so small. It may have grown throughout the years. I haven't kept up, but it's still the heavyweight division is very small. So, you know, I'm in it to fight whoever, whenever, wherever. I'm a fighter. I have a fighter mentality. I
Yeah.
have a king mentality. So I don't shy away from fights. You understand that? I don't shy away from fight. That's in the ring or outside of the ring. And outside of the ring, my fights is, you know, mentally, you know what I'm saying, making sure my energy is always peaceful. So when I come on, because I attract what you put out, you attract. And I
Yeah.
don't attract nothing but great energy. You know what I mean? So if you find anybody that's spilling illness towards me or dragging my name in the dirt, it's a jealousy bone that feeling that they just want to just ooze up out of them and just release. It's a release, basically.
You've
and
you've
it's okay to
basically fought
release
everyone.
sometimes.
You fought everyone, but Joshua is the one that has eluded you. Do you want that? Like, is that something you want to end your career with?
I mean, I mean, I wouldn't know about ending my career with, but as long as he in the division, I'm in the division. I'm always willing to fight
Man,
whoever, no matter what the situation is. I do have a feeling to. I do still have a fucking feeling about certain things, but we're not gonna go into because we all know the truth. You know what I mean? And for me to be able to risk my life, I can't do nothing but tell the truth. Why do I sit around? Like I always say, people take my truth for their excuse. It ain't my excuse. It's your excuse.
you talking about like failed negotiations with Joshua in the past?
Whatever has happened. You
Yeah.
understand me? I want to give people the best of the best of me when the best is happening.
Mm,
You know what I mean? But boxing is a business, and if people understood how this business is operating and work, they'll understand fully about a lot of shit, a lot of
yeah.
things that a fighter do or
Yeah.
does. You know what I mean? They'll understand completely and wouldn't bash them or find it, disheartening or distasteful or whatever feelings that they may feel. They gotta understand this is a brutal. If you want to say a sport, then say it's a brutal sport. Put it
Oh,
like that.
yeah, 100%. Brutal in
You
the
feel
ring,
me?
brutal
Put it
outside of the
like that.
ring. I mean, that's crazy. What do you think about the current state of American heavyweights? I think they've fallen on some tough times. Jared Anderson was supposed to be the next big thing, and he's certainly not. Richard Torres has shown some promise. It's been a long time since Deontay Wilder has carried the torch for American heavyweights. Why do you think we're not seeing American heavyweights anymore?
I don't know. I have no answer to that. I haven't really been paying attention. But no, have I ever though?
Do you think more playing basketball? Do you think more playing football? I know you started off playing
Oh
football, then you
yeah, come
transitioned
on.
to yeah.
Those are sports. We are fighters. We are trained. We training to kill. I keep telling you, you practice to play, you train to kill. This is nothing that your parents is pushing. Not just the normal. I would say the normal typical family is not pushing their children to be fighters. Understand me? I had a grandmother come up, and her daughter, her granddaughter was a fighter, and she was good, and she was beautiful. You know what I mean? And she's like, "I want that's my," she just come up. I get some of the weirdest. I wouldn't say weird because I'm weird.
You're not
Because
weird, man.
yeah, I like being weird. That mean I'm unique. That mean I'm
Yeah, you
different
are.
from you.
You
You
definitely
understand?
are.
I'm not the sheep of the herd.
No.
I'm different. When people go left, I go right. I'm gonna go over here and explore. Y'all go have fun. You know
But
what I
let me
mean?
ask
But she
you.
came up to me.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
She said, I am so scared when my granddaughter get in. I was like, who's your granddaughter? She's right over there. And I get so nervous when she fight. And I said, honey, why do you want to keep boxing? And you know what she said to me? I said, what she said, Grandma? She said, Grandma, I like to whoop ass. Man, it was so hilarious. And and I understood why grandma, she has a pretty face and that's how she talks.
Yeah.
She's so sweet. Her granddaughter had a pretty face. And that's what they look at, the damaging to the head. The head is not meant to be hit in the first place. That's what makes it so dangerous. And we going 12 round to 10 and boom, boom, boom. But you gotta have it in your heart, bro, to do this business.
Mm.
And people like, why you do it? Because we fucking love it.
Yeah, there's a lot of money
What you
too.
mean? It's a lot.
But like some of
It's a
these
lot.
guys will, some of these guys will play NFL and
Yeah.
they'll crap out. Three years you get in the
Oh
NFL
well.
on average. NBA, you're not getting to. It's big money, but it's very hard to get to the top. You joined boxing at like 18, and by like mid
What?
20s, you were a heavyweight champ, making tens of millions of dollars. So there is a path for money. There is a path for fame. I just wish we had more American heavyweights, man. Some advice you can give to them.
Now, I started at 21, so you ain't never too late. They
Oh
told me I
shit.
was too late. I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna make it. But I tell people, shit. I tell people all the time, man. I'm black and I'm dark in America. That's a double whammy, bro. So they always gonna deny me. They
Yeah.
always, it's gonna be hard for people to believe. But I ain't the one that's trying. I don't care. Nobody know who I am. I'm just fulfilling out my goals and my dreams and provided my greatness, my service to my greatness. That's all. That's it. And taking being a wonderful father each
Mm-hmm.
and every year. You know what I mean? You don't have to celebrate Father's Day for me because that's an everyday job for me that I take pride and pleasure in. Hello.
Nice.
But and let's but back to
What do
back to
you
the situation.
have you seen this? Have you seen this Moses Atuma kid? What do you make of him?
I haven't. I haven't. You know, I really don't. You know, when I just always been like that. It just always been me. Is like this is a job for me. You know what I
Mm,
mean? And I take it as that. You know, I don't. When I'm on my job, I'm on my job. When I'm away from my job, I'm away from my job. I go MIA. You know what I mean? I'm not the typical guy that I'm not gonna betray like I'm this guy that know everything about boxing and stuff like that, and I know all the old school fighters and all. Nah, that's I mean I love my job, but when I'm finished, I'm away from my job. But that's
what
just
do
my
you?
style and my
Yeah,
fashion. So I don't, you know, and anybody that knows me know like Deontay go MIA when I'm in training mentally, I gotta get right. I gotta get my. That's why I gotta bring the beast out when it's time. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And when I'm away, like I'm just the nicest guy. I sit back, man. I enjoy my peace and my energy, and you know, they have a lot of few people that know me that call me. We talk, you know what I mean. We share each other love with each other, and we dismiss each other until the next time we hear from each other or whatever.
yeah,
And you know,
yeah,
and that's just how it is. It's a peaceful life.
yeah. All right, we'll end with some quick hitters. Favorite knockout of your career?
I'm gonna have to go with the Brazil one.
I was there ringside. There's actually a shot of me. I was ringside. You hit him with the shot, and you can see me stand up, and I was like this. What
Yeah,
the heck was
that was
that
crazy.
about? That was one of your craziest knockouts. What about who hit you the hardest?
Um, the Frenchman, Upa.
Oh wow,
That motherfucker was strong.
I was not thinking that. Oh wow, that's a good one. What about what opponent did you just not like?
What opponent I did not like?
That you just were like, "Ah, man, I just don't like this guy." I know it's tough because you're in a
It
different
is
mindset now.
because it is tough, because like I said, and you try to you only go outside of the ring and stuff like that because I respect every man that step in that ring. You're risking your life, and let me.
There's got to be one that you were just like, this guy just pisses me off. Was it Fury?
I mean, when you know what I mean, Fury is a cheater. He's the biggest cheater in boxing,
You still on that, huh?
of being who they are. It's just like being a racist. If you was a racist and I knew you was a racist and I choose to still hang around you, I just know what kind of category to put you in.
Yeah.
That don't mean I gotta dislike you or whatever. I don't fuck with you at all for sure. But if you come around or whatever, I can't. You know what I mean? We can communicate
There
to
is
the
some.
time. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I don't look at that. I already know what he is. We know they know what they are.
So you still believe that Fury is a cheater?
Of course, come on, bro.
Okay. He's retired now.
The biggest in box. How many times? That what 20 times?
Yeah. Would you wish him a happy retirement?
I don't think he's retired.
Yeah, me neither. He's coming
Just
back.
maybe on ice a little bit. You know what I mean? We do this,
Guy
but
stuck away.
that's why. Like I don't know. Everybody's just different. They do their own things. You know what I mean? Everybody
Mm.
is just different. I don't say things and then the next minute is I want to get a reaction and the next minute. I mean, I'm barely on social media and shit, and I've always been like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I find peace in other things. I don't have to find peace in the same shit that all these billions of people on earth have to find the same interest in the same thing for their life can have some type of joy or happiness in it. Some people can't even stay at home for 2 minutes.
I like being at home. I mean, we'll end with
I
this.
love being at home.
Yeah, me too, bro. I'm a homebody. We'll end with this. One word. I know it's hard for you to give one word, but we're gonna try. One word on these heavyweights. You can describe them. Usyk,
He's a good fighter.
Dubois,
I'm so proud of him.
Joseph Parker,
He's a great man.
Moses Atama,
One day I'll meet you, but I don't know who you are.
Fabio Wardley,
One day I'll meet you, bro, but I don't know who you are either.
Tyson Fury.
Peace be with you, man.
Mm-hmm. And Anthony Joshua.
Let's get it on. Ah, baby. Yeah, let's get it on.
We got to see it. That's what everyone wants to see. But first, we'll see Deontay Wilder in the ring on June 27th on ppv.com. He's fighting Terrell Herndon. Expect another big knockout and then a call out of Anthony Joshua. And then we can do this all over again. I believe in the Bomb Squad. I believe in the Bomb Squad. Thank you for the time.
Man, blessings. I appreciate you, and I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day.
Thank you, bro.
All right, baby.